things to do.
People find out. So when they bring up, oh, well, why don't you show evidence and this and that, they do that just to rub it in our face. And it's so unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I'm always positive.
Oh, but the ThaUrbanSIMPLes, yeah. No, he's all about showing the proof until it's a piece of ass in front of him.
And resilient and with the most.
I mean, come on, fucking ThaUrbanSIMPle. I mean, Ryan Durden is probably sitting there with a fucking heart on his dick pointing the ceiling, listening to glittery stalkers talk in this panel.
The whole, yeah, pretty much. So I understand. And no matter how bad they go after our children before they become men, it's not going to get to us the same way that it gets to them. And that's why they hate us so much, because it doesn't get to us the same way. If anything, it empowers us.
That's, one thing I tried to teach you about that hate thing. It's not worth trying to use as a premise to try to attack other people, to try to cover up for your own hate and racism,
to
bigotry and bitchiness and ugliness and all this other stuff that's false, fake, and all these reports you've been sending over to the police department that's been stalking you, right? And all of a sudden she's got immigration and good cyberbullying lawyers that are helping her out. This is good, because when they find out that she's full of shit, she's going to probably be sued, but it's like, I don't want to have to be the one suing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But it looks like that her and others have taken up this narrative to try to destroy people, not just myself. See, I wouldn't have to sue, but maybe there's probably going to become a class action somehow. You don't know. Who knows? I'm not involved. I don't really care. I just want to blast back. And you guys don't have to believe me. I don't care. Okay? Because you're not where I'm at. No, none of these people have brought the fight to me, looked me in the eyes, had lunch or gone to happy hour and talked about it, right? But this is a good narrative. This is great, you guys.
Another ambience that they don't even understand.
Yeah, just like Glitter Stalkers claims that she's got all this evidence that she's going to turn us to the cops right now. We're going to get subpoenaed to go to court and have to testify against her, which is great. Which we got no evidence. She got nothing. Cops would just laugh at her, hang the phone up. And Sugar Shine said, there's nothing positive about her. That's why I can't stand her and wish that she would get deported, go to jail. What are the two?
Claiming that, the government is satanic and full of pedophiles. In just a little while, I think I got the screenshot before we went live here. She put in that chat that she likes the government now. The government is good, but she knows there's bad people in there. Well, at least she's learning. I mean, last week she didn't even know what the NSA was.
Wow. I'll see tacos in here.
Those demonic embodiments.
Urban Chad, yeah. Who is in Urban Chad?
They're made out of, and we're made out of
Jones, Chad's in here.
And that's what they wish they can have. So the fact that he knows about those demonic embodiments, he chooses to show those only, it actually shows his demonic ways. That's why I know he's a pedophile. Whether he wants to admit it or not. I even told him on his channel, I know why you show these demonic embodiments.
Well, what's interesting, her talking about demonic, is when the actual deliverance was starting on a panel, and she's like, oh, I just feel so great. I feel so blessed, right? And I could tell there was some activity going on there, right? She's the one sitting here projecting everyone's chesters and demons and so forth. Honestly, I think this girl may have been trafficked. She may be being put up to what she's doing. I don't know. And if there are really bad people after her kids and she's projecting this out, looking for help, this is really weird. I mean, I'm glad she's actually made contact with the police, okay, after she says that they were trying to stalk her, and she's got charges against the cop that stalked her and put her in cuffs and he raped her. See, those are pretty good allegations that you can't change. See, you can change the metadata and the title in your video later, but it doesn't mean that they didn't get it in the first place. I mean, that's pretty dumb if you ask me, to think that it kind of might work that way. You can retract messages and it's not there, so forth.
Because they hold that against you. right?
Why?
I'm able to see those demonic. Hey, I'm able to see that demonic.
Yeah, just like she said that the cops, you know, illegally detained, arrest her, even though she had expired taste on the truck. She was sitting there saying like, "Oh, you have no right to arrest me. You know, expired tax." Like she's going around like she's got qualified immunity.
Oh yeah, by the way, all this P word and Chester stuff and all this, it seems as though it's a good setup to help further censor the.
Let me read this one in Urban chat. Okay,
so just
Dark One says, so Libby can accuse people with no evidence. Urban says nothing, but he questions everyone with accusations against her?
Up, let's say, to train people like Miss Pretty Monotheism, LARPer Loser,
yep,
and others, you know, to kind of hang on to that same narrative to help censor. For some reason. And they don't care. It's like selling out. They don't really care. Paid or not.
They have Sylvester Stallone, Predator. No, Danny Glover was in that one.
Of more censorship.
Because this country protects pedophiles.
So was Garrett using that one.
That's why.
Hey, you'd be better off showing your titties instead of putting up those stupid fucking videos on YouTube. Right? Isn't that right, Libby?
Isn't that what you had before you transgendered yourself? Some titties?
Well, Glittery Stalker, she's been known to wear tight little cut up, skimpy little top tops, and her breasts are just ready to pop out that bra.
I don't mind.
She loves to flash them top tops. She's like, come and get it, boys. Don't do no look sexy. Yeah. Trying to pose all dressed in all sexy. Some orange by the freeway.
Why am I up right now? If I had a husband, why am I up right now?
Why you distracted?
You think if I had a husband, he'd let me speak to on a live in the middle of the night, or speak to somebody I like?
Well, she ain't got no husband.
He's probably a cock.
That's how white men are. Hispanic men are never like that.
Hey, all you gotta do is
Hispanic men are not like that. Hispanic men are not like that.
To get more views and to be interested in, all you gotta do is go on Pornhub. That's all you gotta do.
How so, though? I mean, do I have PayPal on my channel? Do I have PayPal? I've never been money hungry like that. That's the thing. I've never been money hungry like that. I clean houses. I've been a waitress for so many years.
Yeah,
in order to not be a prostitute. In order to not be a prostitute. I know many stories of how your government has tried to set me up in order to be that, and I have always been.
Oh, here we go. Dude said when she was talking to me on the phone, she was having beef with her baby daddy and looking for a way out.
That's what I'm gonna do, Libby. Do you like those apples?
It'll be out there. It'll be out there. Come on, it'll be out there by now.
Oh, it's out there.
I'm saying it would be out there by now. If something like that would exist. If something like that would exist, it would be out there by now.
Guess what? I'm gonna find it.
And if you don't, what?
What?
And if you don't, what?
You know, I was watching the drama. I was gonna do another piece of it.
You're not
do another section of it, but I said this is too good to let go.
What?
So YouTube is your big fame to showing your titties, right?
I have never had faith.
You're already caught.
Dude said at least her baby daddy had the balls to film her get put in cuffs. It was a good look for her.
You're not gonna find anything. That's the thing. And the fact that you're even using that to try to discredit me, it just shows how much of a pedophile you are.
I'm a pedophile for showing titties.
Pedophile protector. What does that have to do with anything?
Dark One said he's whipped.
I don't understand what does that have to do with anything. I'm young. I'm pretty. I can show myself.
I like that movie, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
What does it matter?
You're not pretty.
I felt good. I felt good about it at the time. So what?
What, you feel good by dressing like a hooker there, Libby? Did you bat your hair back and bat your eyebrows and do a kissy lips and say, "Oh, hi, miss. Don't I look hot? Don't I look sexy?"
Never. You don't think that there's been people that have accused me of horrible things like that because they've seen that I only get 4 days out of a week as being a waitress, but I make so much money on tips. They don't believe that I'm not anything.
How do you get? Oh, I didn't want to. I'm not even saying it, dude. Fuck, you know, I'll say it right here. I know. How does Libby get tips? Oh, I know. She takes men to the bathroom stall on the side of the restaurant and gives them a hand job. Yeah, for an extra $5, she'll give you a blow job.
You guys don't get it. You guys don't get it. You guys don't get it.
You're just like Denise Matteau, but just a younger version.
The dude says, Libby the loser at the time. We were talking on the phone. She claimed she wouldn't sell out to Hollywood, but they wanted her. It looks like she took the job after all. Yeah. She took the job as Debbie Does Dallas.
Oh.
Maybe Hollywood can call her for the Boogie Nights sequel. Oh!
I spy.
Are you sure about that?
I spy. I'm sure about that.
Alright. But just making sure about your stance on that. I spy.
We're making it sure here.
Why would she be getting nasty emails from an I the spy? If she was on your channel, I could have sworn you two were free.
Because, look, I can't give you that information about
No.
Hey, he's part of the QAnon.
Even tacos, don't care for much for glittery stalkers.
It's like a day.
Look, she says reverse racist much. Small squash. Richard Murdoch says a pretty small squash says tacos.
I sent her that email, and we could read.
Here's one. Even Peace of Solitude doesn't care for her. Until your people don't realize, okay, she can't speak properly.
From who?
Chad says, I bet Mono voted for AOC.
Sent her that email.
Taco says, you hurt brown people by attacking our families. Richard says, Libby Smalling. Taco says, you Libby.
Older lady.
See, look at all the chat's fucking railing on you, Libby. It's all over. It's all over for you, Libby. People don't give two shits about you. And you say people want to take your family away? Nobody wants to take your kid away. Nobody gives a fuck if you're a minority or you're a brown or a Latina.
Who do I do that to?
You do it to everybody that ain't.
Yeah, dress like a hooker again, the Libby. Tell some more by the block.
Assalamu alaikum, is it?
Taco says, you tag, but brown man's wife booked.
I can tell when there's female to
The fact that it's just myself and they're trying so hard to silence me, that should give you an idea of how scared they are that their
Whispering loves it. Urban, the choosy streamer. For fuck's sakes, Urban, apply your own criteria yourself, boo.
Do the Black Lives Matter and the Proud Boys acting like they're their friends. That's how much.
Oh, she got to bring up about Proud Boys and Tifa.
For 3 years. And you say, well, it wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have been speaking to you, Libby. But if it wouldn't have not been me,
Richard Murdoch says, take a breath and pretty Smalley. You're getting worked up and hyperventilating.
And they would have targeted you just as me, or not targeted you, but they would have tried setting you up. You know why? Because you're a brown man. They do so many crimes, and then they put on brown men that they have befriended for years.
3 out of 5 men in prison are black men. Knock, Libby. Push it down. You're green, girl.
So I only bring it up. And in this sense of way, they also do these kinds of psyops in the schools.
Dark One says, very Christian this,
survivors start
Libby.
speaking about it, people like that older lady